when if that's gonna like become a role play situation in another session, the
We'll see.
Draven thing.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to Whispers in the Woods. Previously, on this campaign, the party is pursuing a band of assassins after a meeting that was arranged in a tavern went sour, and the man that they were there to meet with was killed with a crossbow by one of the assassins, who then said that they had a contract on the entire party as well, and attempted to kill them, which they did not succeed in doing. The party survived, and found out that the assassins who fled made their way out into the swamp. And so the party made their way through the plains and then through a small forest and into the Lutoxi swamp in order to pursue the assassins to gain sort of an idea of why they were marked for assassination. Now, for a little bit of background, the reason why they were attending that meeting is because an old wizard had been looking for information on a certain insignia that he had seen. And he sent out lots of posters and letters looking for anyone who had information on it. And each of the party members, in their own way, responded to those letters because each of our 4 party members had seen the sigil. And they'd seen it because a little while back, that sigil had appeared on the back of their hand. And that sigil, as you can see in our bottom right, was a crown wreathed in mistletoe, and was traced in what looked like liquid gold on the back of their hand. And it aches from time to time. So they responded to that meeting because that man seemed like he... Cornifer Creekwood was his name. Seemed like he might be able to give them more information on it. But before he could explain too much, he was sadly assassinated. So the party pursues the killers in order to find out more about their predicament, which has led them to the swamp, and in turn to a small village within the swamp called Bogrest. And upon arriving at that village, they proceeded to sort of look around, talk to some of the locals in an attempt to figure out where the assassins may have gone. They met a few of the locals, including an innkeeper who said he was a soothsayer who could read their fortunes, a large man made out of mushrooms named Jellycat, who spoke very slowly and simply, and an elven herbalist who told the party that she may be able to help them and give them a bit more information, but said she needed something from them first. She needed them to get a specific herb for her that grows in an area of the swamp that is a little more dangerous and too dangerous for her, so she couldn't go get it herself. She told them that it was sort of off to the north, a little bit east, in what she called King Taka's Basin, and told them to watch out for the creature called King Taka, as they were said to be quite dangerous. So, where we return to our party, They are walking along the boardwalk back towards the center, the heart of Bogrest, the square. And I'm not quite sure what you guys were intending to do, but we can just go right back into it, and you can decide from here.
I believe we were headed to the general store.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
think you
right.
were.
That was kind of the hunch that I had, but I didn't want to force you guys into that, so I just kind of waited to see what you said. But yeah, so we return to the damp and slightly slimy boardwalks of Bogrest.
Yes, I did need some things from the general store if we would like to stop by there.
Yeah, we'll have to look.
Right. You make your way back along the boardwalk from the northern side of town to the square. You can see the lumbering mushroom just sort of make his way, heavy plodding footsteps along the boardwalks. Just kind of aimlessly wandering from what you can tell. Doesn't seem like he has a goal in mind. But he pauses as he reaches you and just sort of waits for you to pass by, for you to pick a direction before he moves on.
Are we going?
All right, which one of these buildings is the general store? Did they say?
We could ask the mushroom, Jellycap, which one of these buildings is the general store?
Ah, yes. The general store is right there. And he raises one sort of sausage finger to point off towards this building over here.
Indeed, thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you, Jellycop.
Happy to... And you're already gone.
I love you.
Oh yeah. Draven's gonna knock on the door first before just walking in.
There's a small carved piece of wood kind of hanging from twine above the door that says General Store.
Okay.
Not the fanciest plaque you've ever seen, but it serves its purpose. So you said you knock on the door?
Yeah.
Alright. You hear a voice from inside. Come on in.
All right. Open the door and enter.
Alright. One by one, you make your way through the door into this shop. Alright.
She's pretty.
I didn't know
Wow.
you could see the sands.
An attractive NPC shopkeeper. Who could have seen it coming?
It's a part of my scheme. It's how I gouge you guys for prices. I just make all the shopkeepers more attractive.
Oh yeah.
Alright. So one by one you enter the shop. And inside you see a rather humble store. Interior is made of mostly wood. And kind of roughly carved. But on the far end of the room is a stall with a woman sitting behind it at the counter. And she appears to be half orc, which is a little out of place. You haven't seen really any orcish people other than Martos in your entire stay here at the Feylands. But she welcomes you inside. And around the room you can see other tables with various merchandise stacked, as well as some crates and chests and barrels. The woman sort of pauses what she's doing and says, yes, can I help you?
Yes, one moment. Martos, are you hiding behind me? Martos, if
Hide
you
behind her?
need something purchased, you can purchase it yourself. You don't need me to do it for you.
You're embarrassing me.
I think the skull on your head is actually embarrassing you.
Oh, you know what? I feel confident. I forgot I had that skull.
Pardon us,
Hello,
ma'am.
I'm Martos. Shut up. Hello, I'm Martos. Do you sell any armor?
Well, armor, I'm afraid I don't.
Well, I'm sad.
You see, merchandise is a little on the short side these days, unfortunately.
What kind of wares do you have?
Well, your basic goods, but even those I'm starting to run out of, I'm afraid.
Would you have any lock-picking tools?
I'm afraid I don't, sorry. It's not really the kind of merchandise I'd stock at my shop. Not much use for them in a bog.
Drat. Wince, did you need anything in particular?
None in particular. Just kind of wanted to see what you had. What kind of stuff do you have?
Well, like I said, I have, well, food, scrounged up from surrounding area, all sorts of, some furniture, other supplies, but again, I'm a little short on merchandise at the moment. Yeah, so
Any reason why you're short on merchandise? There's just not a lot of stuff coming through.
Martos, have you seen this place?
Am I talking to you?
No, you're doing great conversating with her. I'll step back.
I tried.
Well, it is a small town, so it doesn't really pay to keep much merchandise in stock, but even so, we've been especially short lately. Merchants who come through to trade their wares here and help me restock my store, well, they've stopped coming.
Why is
How do
that?
those stop coming?
Well, from what I understand, merchant caravans and traveling salesmen been getting attacked on their travels here in the swamp.
By any chance,
So-
do you know where they come from? Like the merchants?
Well, all sorts of places, but there used to be some nicer boardwalks to the south of here, but not anymore.
I happen to know the legend of, like, what was it, King Taki? Tiki?
Kim Taka,
King Tut?
Kentucky.
You know who King
Kentucky.
You know who
Kentucky.
is?
Oh, you must have been talking to my father. Has he been telling you tall tales about King Taka again?
Father of
What?
the old man that runs the inn?
Talking to the words plant woman. She wanted us to get some herbs from the swamp, and she said, was it her that said something about King
Yeah, it
Tut
was her.
being in the area?
Kentucky and purple leaves.
Yes, it was her, not
Purple
Elias,
leaves.
but
Her name was Alencia, I believe.
no, you've been talking to Alencia then. I just assumed because my father's always talking about tales of monsters in the swamp.
Well, speaking of which, what's your name? We have formally introduced each other.
I'm Rakiri Bushbury.
Nice to meet you. Name's Wits.
Draven.
Well, it's nice to meet
I'm
you all.
Martos.
Oh, I got confused. I'm Sybil.
It's
I'm
nice to meet
very
you all.
confused.
Well, you have met my father though. He runs the inn to the north.
Yeah, we met him.
Yes.
Yeah, we met him.
He's a lovely man.
Well, no finer place to stay in this town if you're needing to stay the night.
Yes, I suppose anywhere would be better than outside in these conditions.
Yes.
Yeah, wouldn't be a great place to pitch a tent.
Yeah, the mosquitoes can be real bad at night around here.
Oh, you wouldn't happen to have be selling an empty flask, would you?
I might have one. I can check my stores. You see her just sort of shift through things for a moment.
Wiz, what do you need a flask for? Are you planning on day drinking?
Does he need a reason?
What do you think?
That might not be a great idea in the swamp with King Tut. Exactly.
Look, I don't know about this Kentucky guy, but I mean, hey, he might have some good ales on him. Might as well take some back.
Gonna go social drinking with the giant swamp monster?
Yeah, don't you know it's the universal social? You know, everyone can relate to drinking.
Most
Fun.
kings are fond of their alcohol.
As am I.
Well, I'm afraid I don't have a flask in my storage. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, if no one has anything else to buy, perhaps we should carry on.
I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, I don't need anything.
Good. It was lovely meeting you.
It was nice to meet you as well. You wouldn't have happened to have been south of Ballgrest, have you? In your travels?
We came from just east of here, so we haven't been south yet. Though, if
I
you
see.
would like us to check out the situation with the merchant caravans, I suppose we might get to that since we're in the area.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd be grateful. I'm not exactly very fearsome myself, so didn't want to get into any danger. I need to be around to look after my father, so if you wouldn't mind looking to the south to see if there's anything down there that's would be attacking merchants.
Ooh, if it's bandits, do you think our mercenaries could be related to that?
I suppose it could be bandits.
Well, I suppose, yeah, we could get to that. Anyway, everybody
Would
ready?
love to look into it.
Got all your things in order?
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yes, indeed. One look at Martos and they will be sent running.
It's horrible.
Bye, Brushberry.
Oh, what time is it right now?
I don't remember if I said last time. I'm trying to
I'm
remember.
pretty sure it was past noon, but I don't
Yeah,
remember how far in.
I believe so. Let's say it's around 3 in the afternoon.
All right.
Alright. You make your way back out of the general store to the square boardwalk at the center of town.
You guys see her?
Yes, I saw her with my eyes because we
Goodness.
were speaking with her.
Oh my goodness! I'm
This
trying to
build-
become a Bushberry.
This building here also has one of those sort of wooden carved plaques strung up with twine. And this one just says one word. Not a word you recognize, but it says Sombralung.
It's
What do you
related
reckon? Oh, sorry.
That's
to
enticing.
religion or something? Oh, it might be a name, maybe?
Anyone curious enough to knock?
Knock knock.
You hear sort of a momentary pause after you knock, just sort of silence and the buzzing of insects for a moment, and then you hear sort of a deep and very smooth voice say, "Oh, come on in."
Sounds I'm in.
You swing open the sort of flimsy wooden door into the hut, and inside you see. Actually, hang on. Let me copy you guys. Perfect.
One second, I'm going to go shut the window real quick.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just arranging your portraits. All right. Momentary pause.
Do you think
I'm back.
Bushbear would like if I bring back the head of Kentucky to her? Or should I like go with something smaller and get like a flower?
I'm not quite sure what is considered romantic in your culture.
The head would
I'm
be
not,
romantic if someone
uh,
gave that to me, but I'm not sure about her. She says she's not very fearsome.
You know what I think is very romantic? Alcohol.
And she
I-
doesn't
yeah.
want
Of
to
course
be a
you do.
drinker.
I, for one, think the flowers would be a good idea. I can help you
What if
fix
we
it
get
if
the
you want.
head and put make like a flower crown around it? You think she'll like that?
Flower
I-
crown trophy.
Flower crown trophy. All right.
Judging
I
by
like
judging by the stock in her store, perhaps a trade run for her would be the most romantic thing.
Well, that's why we're gonna go down south, and I'm gonna kill the bandits for her, and hopefully become Mrs. Bushberry.
Yes, so the flowers would just be additional. I understand.
All right.
I smooth my way in.
You creak the flimsy wooden door open and head inside. And inside you see this.
That's nice.
God.
Hello there.
You stand in a humble little house. And the creature that awaits you when you open the door appears to be some sort of frog, standing on two legs, and wearing actually rather fine vestments in comparison to the rest of the townsfolk.
Bard.
And he just sort of looks you up and down, each of the members of the party, and says, well, how can Somberlong help you?
You say
Name on your
Somberlong?
door.
Well, what is it that you do here?
Well, I'm a traveling bard, but I decided to settle down for a little bit in this little town. Reconnect with my roots, you know?
That was lovely.
I don't.
Ugh.
But yeah, it's very lovely here. I love how you've got this place set up. It looks very comfortable.
You shouldn't lie to him, Sybil. This place is a dump.
Draven's
I
an
genuinely think it's nice to Raven. It's very cozy.
Well, I'm not singling him out in particular. This entire village is a dump.
Well, it's nicer than where
Not
I'm
all
from.
would like to retire in a palace with ominous Gothic architecture, Draven.
Well,
Mm.
it might not serve your purposes, but it serves mine just fine.
It looks great. It's much nicer than where I'm from.
So as a bard, you wouldn't happen to have any stories of Kentucky, would you?
I don't rightly know what this whole Kentucky thing is.
No
I
one
she-
knows
she-
what his name is.
she-
No one
she-
here knows.
She means Kintaka.
King Tom.
Ah, I've heard lots about this King Taka. Never seen him myself. Beast of the bog, fearsome king of the basin, but never seen him myself.
You got no bard stories to tell of?
Well, any story revolving around King Taka tends to just end the same way.
What, death?
That is how it goes.
Hmm.
This isn't a very good bard, if you ask me.
Well, my expertise was never in stories, it was in
Shit,
music.
you heard me.
Yes, you are standing right beside him.
I am
forgot
right
I'm a
here,
loud whisperer.
right next to
I
you,
don't know why I'm so whispering.
able to hear everything you say.
I'm gonna step back now. Sorry, sir.
I'm sorry about that. Well, your ominous warning was helpful, so thank you for that, I guess.
I don't feel any more fear than what I had. But
You wouldn't,
you look lovely.
I wouldn't what?
You wouldn't happen to know about any sort of bandits or anybody lurking around here?
Bandits around
Mercenaries.
here? That's a quiet little town. I haven't seen any bandits around here.
Oh, if you're a bard and you've traveled around, which one of you has that insignia that we got in the bar?
I think it's Draven.
Okay, Draven, would you, be so kind? Thank you.
Dragon will show the insignia.
Do you know what that is?
Is this familiar?
Well, now that you mention it, it does sort of tug at my memory. I believe I may have heard about something like this in a tavern on the dark side of Hanatawaria. Swallow with a music note. Assassin's Guild, I believe.
Assassin. All right.
Wonderful.
That links up, you know, guys. I think that links.
Fellow called them Silent Song. I thought the name was kind of catchy.
I think Draven would like them very much. Thank you for the information. We're looking for them. They murdered an old man in broad daylight, so we're attempting to bring them to justice.
I see quite a sad story. As he's talking, he just kind of makes his way over to the table here, and just sits down. You're welcome to sit down if you want to make yourself more comfortable. And he picks up his lute, which seems to be sort of altered slightly. It's not like a typical lute you've seen. It seems like he's made some alterations and kind of customized it himself.
Witz is gonna lean against this little platform thing.
Well, if no one's taking it, dibs. So this Assassin's Guild, Silent Song, how common are they around here? Are there many of them in the guild?
Well, I wouldn't rightly know. I've only heard about them the one time, and it was mostly just a rumor. Figured it was a tall tale fella was telling me while he was drunk in a bar. But now that you're showing me this badge, I'm starting to think maybe he was onto something.
Indeed.
We're
Well,
centered?
regardless, it seems we're being pursued by them.
Sounds like a hard-up situation, friend.
Draven just nods.
Now listen, while y'all are here, I couldn't trouble to pick your brain on something, could I?
I like
Sure.
picking.
Go right ahead.
Alright. As he begins to talk, he also begins to play.
Oh boy.
As he plays, he explains. Now you see, I was having a bit of a creative block. Couldn't write any songs on my travels. Couldn't seem to find anything that stuck. And so I decided to reconnect with my roots. I am a bog grung after all. So I headed on down to the swamp. See if I couldn't find some inspiration there. And lo and behold, surely enough, it did strike. And I wrote this little tune that you hear before you today. But now that I've written something, I'm feeling the itch to travel again. But it just wouldn't be right to go traveling without a name for my song. And well, blasted be, I just can't think of a good name. And that's where y'all come in.
Oh no, I have this strange feeling that I've named some things before and they were terrible. Perhaps someone else should try.
Y'all wouldn't
Oh.
happen to be able to think of a good name for this little tune?
How about Cajun Waters?
Did you say cage in waters?
Now why would there be a cage in the water?
I hate myself.
Sounds like a
I'm
torture
thinking.
device, friend.
Maybe Firefly Reflections?
Now that's not bad.
Martos, are your gears turning or are you just not recommending anything?
I am an orc. Alright, we don't come up with songs.
Fair enough.
Suit yourself, little lady. Firefly Reflections. I like it.
I mean,
It has a tune
if
to
it's
it.
about your home in the bayou, I suppose. The way they, at nighttime, like, all fly up there and kind of reflect on the water and it looks like a little constellation.
Indeed. I like that name a lot. Let's go with Firefly Reflections. Thank you kindly, little lady.
Mm-hmm. It was a nice song, too.
I would kill a man to that song. Touched me.
He places the loot back down on the table and stands. Now then, was there something else I could help y'all with, or?
Well, you've been more helpful than anybody in telling us the name of the people we're looking for, so
Oh, you
if
would.
there's anything else you know about them before we go that you haven't told us already, we'd appreciate that.
I'm afraid I don't know much. Just that name is all.
Well, unless we got some ale, then I think we should be on our way.
Well,
And
not
do you
on me currently.
Don't let him
Call
drink.
for wits.
Not on me currently. I don't have any yet, but there is an inn up to the north that you could stop by to get a drink. Been there myself.
Yep.
All right, let's go back to the inn.
I
Um,
think we have stuff to do, Wits, but in good time.
I would like to stealthily place a gold coin on the table for Sumberlong's performance, but I don't want the party to know that I'm doing it.
We know
Then,
nothing
yeah.
you say of.
Stealth.
Sleight of hand or stealth? Okay.
Either or is fine. Whichever you.
Can I contest it with the perception check?
Sure.
Ain't gonna see
Oh,
shit.
good luck beating that.
Shit, he knows nothing.
Staring at the ceiling.
Yes, let us be on. A pleasure meeting you, Sumberlong.
It was
Nice to meet y'all too.
Nice to meet ya.
Mr. Draven.
And thank you for the name.
Bye.
And tell you what, if I ever meet you again on my travels, once I head out onto the road again, we'll stop by a tavern and I'll buy you an ale.
Cheers.
Sounds good.
I'll hold you to that.
Indeed. Take care now.
See you later. Okay. Let's get going.
Alright.
We RP open the door and leave.
Yeah, he's a king.
All right. So, do y'all think we should head to the south to see about them, or go see King Taka?
King Giant Swamp Monster or ominous thing picking off merchants.
One.
I bet Draven wants to see about the merchants. He probably tried to extort them.
I wasn't thinking of that, but that's a good idea, Wits. I like
Oh.
where your head's at.
To remind you as well, just in case anyone forgot, you also did say that you were interested in meeting up with Elias again. Just to remind you.
Who is
Yeah.
Elias?
The
Innkeeper.
innkeeper.
Old man innkeeper, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
it's
yeah! Better fortune's told like Sans got too. Yes.
well, it's starting to get to a little bit light. Maybe we should go with Alice again, and maybe set out tomorrow.
That's a good idea. I gotta talk to my future father-in-law.
Which the size.
Understood.
I'll help you with the floral arrangements for the wedding.
Thank you.
Which waves at Jellycap as we walk past them.
I'm skipping by.
Jellycap just kind of stares, not understanding what you're doing when you wave at him.
Yeah, I figured.
yeah, Falcon, you did. All right, you make your way back along the boardwalks to the north side of town. Kind of this more embedded into the shore area. Yeah, you came in after Rakiri was on screen, right? Falcon?
I'm sorry, is it just me or are there white spots all over the Roll20 screen? They keep randomly popping up and being gone when I look back at them.
White spots.
I think you gotta check your eyes. I think something's wrong.
No,
Maybe refresh your page.
Yeah, give it a refresh.
I'm not seeing any.
very weird. Doesn't really hinder the gameplay, but it's weirding me out. Okay, never mind, let's go.
Feeling alright? You got any other symptoms?
Dr. J will check you out.
It's like a rectangle. It looks like somebody's cursor. Anyway, let's keep going.
It's probably just a weird Roll20 glitch. Those tend to happen. Alright, you make your way back into the inn. Where Elias is still found behind the counter.
Hello. We wanted to, check up on that fortune-telling offer.
Right. I remember. He sort of looks around the empty barroom floor. Tell you what, I think y'all are probably the only customers I'm gonna get today. So I can close up for a moment if you want to do some soothsaying.
Real quick, can you give me another drink?
Of
yeah,
course.
thoroughly drunk before you.
He tosses another gold from last time.
Thank you kindly. Alright. Just what you ordered last time, then. He passes you a flagon.
Which has the exact same reaction as before when you drink it, but he just kind of ignores it and drinks anyway.
You got, it's the swamp swirl, yeah? The murky brown.
Yeah.
Alright.
The spicy one.
Now then, back to business. I do my soothsaying at my house over in the square, so you can come with me if you want.
All right.
Oh boy, one sec.
No, we met your daughter, by the way.
It was quite lovely.
Ah, yes, Rakiri. Lovely girl.
He is right here. He's quite lovely. Hi, sir.
Yes? Hello?
How you feel about your daughter dating?
Well, I suppose if she found a special someone, I can't really take issue with it.
You are a good father.
The amount
Bit
of
of-
times I have to mute from laughing.
Shh. I gotta get good with the father.
He follows you along the boardwalk and then goes, "Oh, well, hang on a minute." Goes back and locks the door. My memory seems to be fading these days. Right this way. And hobbles his way along the boardwalk, back towards the square.
I like his hat.
Sybil, you keep stepping on my toes.
Out of Sybil's way.
Sitting on my heels.
I hate to break it to you, Draven, but I think she might be doing it on purpose.
I think that as well.
Excuse me, Jellicat.
Clumsy.
I was waiting to hear another I am Jellycat. Oh, he's fast.
He pulls another key from his pocket and unlocks the door to this hut here and makes his way inside.
Damn it, Sybil.
There's always a
Like
little
those
dance when you
back-
guys step on each other. It's funny.
They keep stepping on each other's toes.
Alright. You make your way into this hut. And like the others, it is a small and humble house. You can see 2 beds in either corner and some closets, as well as a fireplace off to your left. In the center of the room is a table with 2 kind of roughly carved wooden stools and a large bowl, which, Sybil, as you approach, you kind of look into the bowl and it's full of water, just right up almost to the lip of the bowl. Elias makes his way, hobbling his way around the table to the far side and kind of eases himself down into the stool. These stools aren't too good on my old bones.
Hear that?
Now then, which one of y'all was looking for some soothsaying?
I really wanted to,
I don't see there's any love in my future.
Alrighty then. Sybil, right?
Yep, it was Sybil.
Indeed. As you sit down on the stool, Sybil, it wobbles slightly. The legs aren't entirely even. But Elias sort of places both of his hands on the table and says, now, when I do my soothsaying, I use this here bowl of water as a conduit, if you will. So all I need you to do is just gaze into the waters. Relatively simple, don't you think?
I'll do that.
Well, alrighty then. You go right ahead and relax and just gaze into the waters. So Sybil, the bowl of water on the table is sort of glassy smooth as you sit down. But as you sort of stare into it, it actually begins to ripple slightly. Not from any motion or bumping of the table. It simply ripples on its own. And the rest of you can kind of see these very small, very gentle ripples. But what happens next, only you see, Sybil. So the waters continue to ripple, gently, not major ripples, no drop is spilled from the bowl. But then eventually and gradually, the waters of the bowl begin to settle down. And as the waters settle, you see a hazy fog drift lazily around your vision, just at the edges. Your body feels suddenly exhausted. Your limbs are heavy and your eyelids are now beginning to droop. You gaze into the waters, hypnotized, and soon lose track of whether you're sitting in an old shack in the swamps or fast asleep in bed. Your mind begins to wander, as it so often does when in a dream. But soon the haziness gives way to stronger images and begins to focus. You find yourself in a vast, expansive hallway, ornate and decorated with the utmost of care, but complex and confusing. The hallway stretches on, connecting to side paths and staircases. You wander through this confusing palace, following twists, turns, staircases up, and staircases down. You wander for what feels like ages, and then finally, when you turn the corner into a long, endless hallway, you see something new. Far down the hall, you can see a slender figure. You attempt to approach it, but the closer you get, the further away it gets from you. Always further and further, never quite reaching it, and always unable to tell just exactly what the figure is. And then, with a start, you are jolted back to the humid little room in the middle of the bog, as the haziness clears, and you are suddenly very aware of the trance you've been in. And Elias just sort of looks up at you as you leave the trance and says, well, did it work?
I saw a palace, and there was someone else there, but I don't know who it was.
A
I think I need
palace,
to
you say?
sit down for a minute.
But you're already sitting down.
Somewhere
Nuisance.
else that is more stable.
A palace, you say?
Yeah, palace.
Well, certainly nowhere around here. Don't have any palaces in the swamp.
I'm more curious about who that figure was.
Saw somebody?
I saw somebody. Skinny, tall, I don't know anything more than that. They were too far away.
Couldn't have been Draven?
I doubt it was
Seems
Draven.
like it might be Draven.
I am the man of many women's dreams.
You're
Alright,
not
I take it.
dreams, Draven.
Alright, I take it back. Maybe nightmares.
Fine, I'll go next.
I'm
Ooh.
very interested to see what Draven
Here, can you flip my token around?
Sure.
Thank you.
Alright, well, if you're next, then just gotta do the same thing. Gaze into the waters. And I'll take care of the rest.
Understood. Draven will just patiently wait and gaze into the waters.
Alright. You gaze into the waters, and they've settled since they rippled when Sybil looked into them, and are now glassy smooth again. But as you gaze into them, that same ripple happens. But, Draven, as you stare into the waters, you don't enter the same kind of trance. You don't feel like you're going to fall asleep. You are perfectly awake. But you begin to see images in the water as it ripples. So this experience is a little different than when Sybil did it. And the images sort of are unfocused, but as the water settles, they focus in, and you can kind of see them more clearly. And you can see them so clearly that you feel as if you're there. And then suddenly, you are there. Within the waters, you see visions of city streets. The crowd bustling and brushing past you as voices call out, hawking wares and advertising services. And all around you, you can see buildings, much larger cities than you're used to. You turn down side streets past humble houses and small buildings. Oh, hang on. I have to refresh Roll20, sorry.
Damn.
The connection disconnected, and I don't think it will let me adjust the audio if I do not refresh.
I think my vision is lagging.
He just kind of bangs the bowl of water like a TV. It goes to static for a moment.
It's like the water inside the bowl is a TV screen.
Exactly,
Yes,
yeah.
if you hit it, there is a chance it will work.
He smacks it a couple times and then it goes from static back to the image and you resume your vision. Alright. You turn down side streets past humble houses and small buildings until the sounds of the crowd begin to fade away behind you as you put some distance between yourself and the busy streets. And instead, those sounds are replaced by the sounds of birds chirping from atop the branches of trees. And before you now, as you turn the corner down these side streets, is the shadow of a large wall, a city wall. And cast in that shadow is the edges of a large thicket of trees. And as you look around at your environment, you can see figures standing near the edge of that thicket of trees. Your mind kind of focuses on one of them. It's a young man clad entirely in armor. He has several companions with him, and the group stands ready to venture out along the dirt path into the trees. And as they make up their mind and begin to head into the thicket of trees, you feel compelled to follow them. Your feet almost move on their own. And you follow them along that path for just a few moments down this dirt path into the trees. And as you tag along, suddenly everything around you goes black. A thick and impenetrable darkness covers all that you can see. And then, the waters ripple again, and are clear once more.
Not sure what that means, but I saw some weirdo in armor and his companions walking into the woods outside of a city.
Well, that one's kind of lame. Nothing else?
Well, I saw the city, and I was going through the city, and then as I got to less populated areas is when I saw them.
Well, at least you know it's different for everyone.
All right, yeah.
Whose turn is it next? Mardo, Switz?
I'll give it a go.
Get it,
Yeah.
Wits.
He sits down, takes one more sip of his drink, and then kind of puts it down on the table.
An alcoholic future is what I see.
I see it too.
All right. You take a seat at the table and take your turn gazing into the waters. And the waters ripple and dance within the bowl as you stare into them. And like Draven, and unlike Sybil, you do not feel that sleepy sensation. You simply see images within the bowl. And as you stare deeper and deeper into them, you stop feeling as though you're simply staring into the bowl, and instead start to see the water as a window. And then, gazing deeper and deeper, you feel yourself sort of rush through the window, suddenly no longer seated on a chair at a table, but standing upright. You feel wood beneath your feet, the planks and grain of a platform lashed from logs. Around is the rustle of branches and the rush of leaves as the wind passes through them. Your focus on those sounds is interrupted as suddenly you become aware that you're not alone. Something watches from beyond the branches. You're only able to entertain this thought for a brief second before suddenly 5 figures materialize around you, forming a crescent pattern to your left and right. The 5 figures float above you, suspended in the air. But their silhouettes are blurred, out of focus, and impossible to ascertain. They gesture and they move, as if speaking, but their words are dulled, garbled, and unintelligible. And as they speak, suddenly the back of your hand aches, and the pain wrenches you from your vision and back to Elias's house in Bogrest.
He like immediately like grabs like his hand to kind of feel it.
It has sort of a dull throb that begins to fade as you snap out of it.
He
Okay.
he looks at the drink and then he looks back at Elias. Well, what'd you put in here? That was crazy.
It's just swamp
Ah.
swill, friend.
What's its fine?
Well, I saw like a window that I went through. It kind of reminded me of when I used to steal a bunch, and then I saw all these figures around me. It was very strange.
It does certainly sound very strange.
Were they gods, perhaps? You breaking into a home and all?
Maybe. I mean, they were floating.
Floating?
Oh yeah, they were floating.
Interesting.
I feel
Yeah.
like you got some things you need to work out.
Yeah, maybe after this drink. And he picks up and gets out the chair and takes another big sip.
I like it. I guess that leaves me.
Alright. Martos, you take a seat at the stool. And, like the others, you follow Elias's instructions and gaze into the waters. And as the waters ripple and churn, your experience is similar to Wit's and Draven's. No sleepiness, just a window. The waters ripple and they churn, and then they begin to settle. And when they settle into a dark black. And as you stare into it, you feel this darkness envelop you, as if you just dove into a well full of ink. You find yourself drifting downward, alone in the void. Finally, you feel yourself settle, floating stationary now. As you look around, you see a robed figure, the only other thing in the darkness around you. It wears a long cloak with a hood pulled up over its head, obscuring its face from view. It stands motionless, around 40-ish feet away from you, simply staring directly at you. You struggle in the emptiness, moving as though you're underwater, but unable to really make any progress towards or away from the figure. Suddenly, all around you, the black void is replaced with brilliant light. The light is so blinding that you have to shield your eyes. Finally, once your eyes adjust, you see that the robed figure is gone. And the void that you once stood in is now entirely white, blinding, and brilliant. Then, you feel rushing as if water is all around you, and you're pulled back up out of the well from which you came, and back to your chair in this wooden shack, seated across from Elias.
I'm immediately stand up. Well, there was no love in whatever the hell I just saw.
There's no.
What did you see?
I was surrounded by darkness with a robed man who I do not know. And then I was pulled into the light. And now I'm with you guys. That is it.
Unknown figures seem to be a reoccurring theme, don't they?
I gotta
Martus,
look out for a robed man.
did your parents ever have a talk with you about stranger danger?
My parents are dead, but thank you for reminding me.
Oh.
Yeah, not everyone can have parents like you.
Draven.
Excuse me, my parents are dead as well.
At least you know your parents.
Yikes.
At least you don't have actively negative parents.
This got very sad very quick.
Anyway, that was fun, wasn't it? And not at all a traumatic or ominous experience.
I see a lot of doom in our futures. That's what I'm picking up here from strangers. Maybe
yeah,
we should go talk to other people.
I still see alcohol.
He still sees alcohol.
Man,
Speaking
I
like
see
he
a blinding
finishes.
light. That might be my death.
well, I'm not gonna let any of you die on my watch. I know more than a few healing spells. I studied quite a bit when I lived elsewhere. So yeah. Man, though, does anybody else feel as tired as I did during that?
I was more like in a window that like fell through into darkness. I'm not tired. Just a little like, what the hell?
Wits
Yeah.
mentioned window too. I felt like I was passing out. It wasn't like a transition through window. It was like I fell asleep.
Maybe you got some big bad juju on you.
Maybe. Hey, sir? This sir?
Yes?
Is it normal for someone to experience it like they're going in through window? And is it like a negative thing if they fall asleep instead, maybe?
Window. Yes, I
when you're
believe.
going into the vision.
I believe I've had others describe it to me like that. Sort of a porthole or a window that you're passing through. That sounds about right to me. You're saying you didn't experience that?
No, I felt like I fell asleep.
Huh. Fell asleep.
That new? She's the first to tell you this?
Well, I haven't had anyone describe that experience before. Though again, my memory is not what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cheer up. Maybe it's a little more common than he's remembering.
Yes, maybe
Hopefully.
you're just due for a nap, Sybil.
Yeah, it is getting quite late.
What time is it? 4 or 5?
It's
Why
about
does it take that
6
long?
6 p.m.
What? Oh, okay. It is kind of getting late.
I
Maybe
just
we should
I
go.
just kind of progress time as you guys do things. Just so that it feels like things are moving along. It's not going to always be accurate, but yeah, around 6 p.m.
Well,
It's not dark out yet, but in the swamp it's a little dimmer than the rest of the area, just by default with the fog and the trees. So
okay.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
there's not much to do in town. Oh,
Just a
you
quick question.
Yeah,
By any chance has that fellow Jellycap done this?
Oh, it's Jellycaps.
Yeah, what's going on in Jellycap's head? I think that's something we'd all like to know.
nah, Jellycap, he looks after the town. He's a town guard, if you will. Keeps any of the creatures from the bog from wandering into town and hurting anyone.
Do you know what Jellycap is? How long has he been here?
Well, quite some time. If you want to know more about Jellycap, or really anyone in town, you should really talk to Gulda Dario. He's been here the longest of any of us, and, well, he is the town chief, so I can tell you what you need to know.
I am really suffering with all these names. They're so long and convoluted.
That's why you make up nicknames.
This is why you take notes.
This is why I have the name tags.
Yep.
Well, maybe later we'll swing by to maybe get some rooms for the inn.
Indeed. I'll be back at the inn if you need me.
Right.
All right, cheers. He finishes his drink and then puts it down on his table.
You all take
flagon.
care now. He's going to grab
Alright.
that and actually bring it back with him.
Thanks for the weird visions.
Thank you very
Happy to
much.
provide them, friend.
I don't think we enjoyed them.
Well, that's a shame, but I don't control what you see in the waters.
He just hits the bowl whenever it starts getting static.
So there's a bit of time before night. Do we want to venture out?
It's a pretty terrible idea if it's already getting dark, to be completely honest.
I
I
would
do.
say-
Well, do you
I
think that
can
chief
see
knows
in the
anything?
dark.
I love all of nature.
Well, you
But
think that chief might know anything?
I don't like swamps at night. The chief. That might be interesting.
I don't know how much information he'll have for us since you kind of asked around a bit, but
He's a chief.
Yeah.
She
the
might
chief
know
is the
something.
chief. Everybody in town's mentioned frets in the general area, and if he's the chief in town, he has to know something. Oh wait, they said Jellycap. Per text. Jellycap. Jellycap.
Yes, can I help you?
What sort of creatures, have you protected the town from before?
Plenty. Crocodiles in the waters. Leeches squirm their way in from time to time.
Nothing else bigger in it ever threatened this area?
You'll see the occasional giant frog as well.
Giant frogs! I'm sorry. That. Thank you. That sounds very interesting.
Happy to be of service.
Okay.
I like Jellycap.
I want to teach him how to
Wits-
shake hands.
Wits. This
Yes, mate?
Oh, he's calling wits?
This building here has a sign on it as well. And it is carved like the rest in wood and hung with twine. But it reads High Noon. And then next to it, there's a symbol scrawled. And the symbol itself, you're not able to read it, but it jogs some memories of your past.
Should I roll a history check then?
Sure.
Yikes.
You're not able to remember what it was, but it reminds you of some of the people that you used to have contact with, some of the more shady types. Jogs that memory in your brain, but you're not able to really pinpoint exactly where you've seen this symbol before or what it could mean.
Which kind of like takes like a long look at it for a second while all that was going on, and then kind of dismisses it not to alert anyone else.
Alright.
Wids, come along. If you stay there speaking with Jellycap, we'll be here all night.
Well, hey, he's a pretty cool guy.
It's wonderful.
Well, Jellycap, thank you for your help.
Happy to... And his voice fades as you walk away.
I forgot we did that twice so far.
Alright, where would you like to go in town?
Well, we could have Chief, or we could go back to the inn.
Maybe we should talk to the chief and then head to bed so we can find out in the morning what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
'Cause we got like 3 mini missions to go on.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go out during the night.
That sounds like a horrible idea, Draven. If you would like to go
Wait,
out during the night,
wait.
go ahead.
Draven, Wits doesn't have dark vision.
He's
It
our
sounds
QC.
like a personal problem.
Well, if you like, y'all can go out. I'll just stay here drinking then. If that's the
I
case.
don't want to go out. There's nothing to unless I can talk to that pretty little lady. You know what?
We do have torches. Humans are not completely useless in the dark.
I was about to make a fireball joke.
Yes, you wish you had fireball.
I want to pick it just to spite you
I have
whenever time comes. All right. Well, maybe we should go see if we can catch that chief before it gets too late.
Right? Where do you think he is? We have... Okay.
What are the only 2 buildings we haven't been to?
We have...
Well,
okay. We don't know what this is. This is the general store.
Mhm.
This is the bard's house, and this
Mhm.
is the innkeeper's house.
Which
Um,
remembers.
North of that, on that side, was the inn. That was the other things. And the
Herbalist.
center one, we don't know what that is. We don't know what that building in the center is. We don't know what this building is.
Which remembers seeing the symbol and tries to get everyone to go to the middle one. Maybe that one kind of looks more like a hut, because this one here is like a house, and that one looks like it. So maybe he lives there.
Which one?
The middle one up. Hang on, where's my
Yeah.
arrow?
On the
Up there.
next area? I think we should check out there.
I think we did check that one, because that was the one we first went to looking for the inn. I just don't remember what it was.
We didn't go inside.
We didn't go-
Though.
You did not go
No,
inside.
we
Go
didn't.
in there.
We didn't
And
go
there's-
inside.
And there was no sign, so it's probably a house. Then.
It seems like a good place to be the house of the town chief.
Yes, alright, let's inspect.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Alright. Then you make your way back up north along the boardwalk to the shore side of town. Oh, bye, Elias. And along the creaking boardwalks to this house in the center here.
Door. And see if anybody's
So-
home.
A simple little hut. And
Hey,
the door,
knock,
The door is not locked, actually.
I just walk in.
But as you knock, there's no response.
I'm just gonna walk in.
You mentioned his name was Guldario. What was the name of the man we first met when we entered the village?
The Dragonborn?
Indeed.
I don't remember.
I feel like it was the same name, but I can't quite remember.
Could be. Jay, is that something we know, or do we have to go check?
That was Goldario, yeah.
It sounded familiar, but I was like, I didn't write his name down last session, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
You can continue inside here if you want. You
Yeah,
all want to go in?
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Mardos is already inside, might as well.
Yeah, I was gonna maybe just bring her in there, but if you all want to go, then you can all come.
Oh, this must be Jellycap's house.
This has to be. There's too many mushrooms in here. This is Jellycaps.
Alright, first enters Martos, and then a short time after, the others also enter. The room, it's a sort of a one-room hut, and the most obvious thing that you notice as you enter is that it is pretty much coated in mushrooms.
I feel dirty for being in here. I think this is Jellycap's house, guys.
Yeah, maybe we should leave.
Yeah,
There's
we're
a bit
bringing
rude.
in-
Let's
Entering.
leave. Let's leave. We shouldn't do this to Jellycap.
Well, let's look for anything of value first.
Get the
Hey,
heck
don't
out of here,
steal.
Draven.
Don't steal from Jellycap.
Do you think he would even notice?
I am going to
Draven,
lick your
listen,
finger.
I've stolen from a lot of people in my day, and this is not the kind of guy you want to steal from.
He's so slow, though. You could just run away backwards.
Yes, but he's nice, alright?
Puncture
leaving.
a hole for the wooden dock, Draven.
Remember, Draven,
Fine.
remember, Draven, we steal from the rich, alright? It's more fruitful.
All right.
Like that
Alright.
merchant you were pestering.
Then you
Quickly
do,
exit.
then you do a quick exit and leave this hut.
Oh no!
No, I knew it! I knew it!
Oh, hi, Jellycap.
Was there something you needed in
We
my
were
house?
Gudadario, and we thought that this might be his house. It isn't, though. Sorry for entering. We didn't touch anything.
We
This is my home. Guldario, the village chief, lives to the south of here.
Yeah. We realized that a bit late. But we'll be on our way now. Sorry about that.
Oh, sorry, Jellycap.
I knew where he lived. They just wanted to go inside anyway.
Draven didn't know until after we got in.
Draven kind of, Witz kind of whispers to Draven, and you said he was slow. He looked like he teleported here.
He was probably walking here that whole time we were talking.
Well, since we've already talked to the chief, do we still need to go talk to him?
Oh, yeah, we did ask him about things in town, didn't we?
Unless we
Didn't
want to.
even mention Kentucky. That's
Uh,
kind of a
um,
dick
to
of a
re-
chief.
To refresh your memory, he introduced you slightly to the town, but you didn't really ask him very many questions, so you didn't have a lot of context to address anything with.
Well, didn't we show him the badge and ask him about bandits and stuff like
Yeah,
that? Well, I guess we can ask him more about Taka. So
Yeah, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Sounds good for that.
at the very least, we can ask him more about Jellycap.
That seems like a
Alright,
win-win situation.
Sorry, Jellycap, go away.
No.
Jellycap.
back the
no.
Alright, you wind your way around the large hollow tree at the center of Bograst and make your way back to the south. Sorry,
Can
what were you
Jellycap? I was gonna say, can Jellycap join our party?
gonna- No.
No. It's fine. Draven probably just kill him anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't want him to join the party because that puts him at risk.
Yeah, if he joins the party, then that ups my odds of being able to murder him in front of you guys. So
I
For
would
Jellycap's
murder-
sake, we should leave immediately.
be
Leave
careful of
him.
what you ask for. Alright. You make your way south along the boardwalks, back towards the entrance of town. Where that old Dragonborn is still sitting rocking in his chair.
Hello, Guldadorio.
Ah, nice to see you again. Is there something Guldedario can help you with?
We just heard you're the village chief, and we, want to ask you a few more questions.
Ah, indeed. They do call me that.
We were wondering what you knew about, King Taka.
Ah, the beast of the bog. Most folk around here like to tell stories of monsters to the north. A big monster called King Taka. Keeps folk away from the northern basin. I have not seen the creature myself, but that also means that I cannot say it doesn't exist.
I'm sorry for interrupting you. Is there any reason we shouldn't go to the Northern Basin?
Well, if there was a reason, it would be this King Taka.
I was asking in case he was fake. He's not fake. I have a headache. Okay, yeah, okay. Anybody else have questions?
Do you know anything about any bandits disrupting any merchants trying to bring stuff to the general store?
Bandits? No. But Rakiri was complaining the other day about shortages in her supplies. I imagine that is what you're referring to?
Yep, you're right on.
Yes, there wasn't much I could do to aid her. There's not much fight left in these old bones, and we need Jellicap here to protect the town.
On the subject of Bushberry, Mrs. Bushberry, is she single?
You refer to Rakiri, the innkeeper's daughter. I don't believe she is involved with anyone. This is a very small town. I think I would probably find out some way or another.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Midas is on her own quest now.
Getting some orc booty.
Okay, I think we should go to the inn, and first thing in the morning, we should, go to take care of King Taka. Or not take care of King Taka, get the herbs, and hopefully completely avoid King Taka and not have us.
Real quick before we go, what do you know about Jellicap?
What do you know about Jellycap?
Tell us more about Jellycap.
The protector of Bogrest. Well, Jellicap is complicated, I suppose.
Dude, I thought it was quite simple.
I was waiting for it.
Draven, do you want to go swimming again?
You have to contest all of our kicks this time, though.
These hands are ready.
I'm standing over here.
You see, I was young when it happened, and it's pretty far back in my memory, so it can be hazy, but Jellicap appeared to this village one day. I didn't see it happen, but I walk outside of my hut and all villagers are around this massive man made of mushroom. And from what they said, he was sent here to protect us and answer to their prayers, apparently.
So is he protected to the, Wildfather? Or what you call him?
Ah, you speak of Athar, the Wildfather. Now, a long time ago, there used to be more people in Bogrest. And a lot of those people, they followed the nature god Athar, or as they call him, the Wild Father. They were worshippers. And if memory serves, there used to be a shrine to him off to the west somewhere. But with the dangerous nature of the swamp, it was not an easy journey from Balgrest to the shrine. But from what they told me, again, this is a second-hand account, not a follower myself. And, well, worship has mostly gone by the wayside in this town. Really only Elincia still follows his word. But from what I understand, some of the villagers made a journey out to that shrine, and soon after, Jellycap wanders in. Is it connected? It could be. But who's to say?
All right. Well, I appreciate all your help.
Yep, thank you.
Which reaches out to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand with sort of a wrinkly and gnarled claw.
Which just smiles and pretends not to notice that part.
Now then, was there any other questions?
I don't believe so. Y'all got anything else?
You hit
Nope.
all of them we had.
One last thing. You wouldn't happen to know what Silent Song is, right? It was connected to that insignia we showed you the other day.
It doesn't ring any bells.
Alright, I didn't think it was going to. But thank you anyway, just wanted to check. We'll see you later, I suppose.
Happy to help if you need anything else. Come back and visit, as long as it isn't the middle of night.
Is it? Oh, mm-hmm.
It's approaching sundown.
All right. Well, let's just head back to the inn then,
Yep, in time.
and then we can go follow Jellycap lore instead of the main story.
That's
You must
interesting
know
though.
all about Jellycap.
He's not. It doesn't sound like he's some sort of native flora or fauna of the swamp. He's a magical construct or something that came as a result of praying to their local deity.
Yeah, Jay, you can go ahead and change the title from Whispers to the Woods to the Legacy of Jellycap.
The Legend of Jellycap.
The Legend of Jellycap.
Featuring side characters. NPCs, Sybil, Wiz, Straven, and Marta.
Jellycap is actually the main
Sybil
character here.
Going to inspect this
Alright.
on this new revelation.
Um,
She's going to use detect magic on it.
okay. Ritually or...
Is there a difference? Okay.
Yeah, ritually, it
So-
doesn't cost
so-
a spell slot.
Yeah, essentially,
Um,
ritual casting is some spells will have that little R tag next to them on your character sheet. That means that it can be cast ritually, and so a ritual cast takes 10 minutes to do. So it's longer, but it doesn't use up a spell slot.
We're about to take a long rest anyway, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
you might as well.
in this case,
yeah.
you might as well not wait 10 minutes.
I'm not gonna wait 10 minutes.
Essentially, what ritual casting does is it lets you use some of the more handy spells out of combat for utility purposes without using up all your spell slots, but it sort of removes, like, you wouldn't be able to ritually cast in combat.
Okay, but Sybil is going to try to detect magic on the Wildfather to see what manner of magic or creature is going on here.
All right. This is a bit of a new thing for you, Sybil, as this wasn't something you were particularly able to do in the past. But you sort of feel druidic energies kind of tugging at the edges of your consciousness, and you focus in on them. And in particular, they focus sort of within your eyes. And you begin to see the essences of the world as they are. And you see sort of a faint glow from the altar in front of you. Can you make a nature check for me?
Okay. Oh, nice.
Perfect.
She knows it.
Easy.
If only you rolled that for Jellycap.
Yeah, if only I rolled it for Jellycap.
The reason I did that instead of just telling you is because there isn't a particular type of magic to it. But from what you can understand, the altar itself was created. It didn't grow like this naturally. It seems to have been sort of twisted up by some sort of magic that sort of channeled it to grow in this specific way into the figure that you see before you. So this altar was made by somebody, and it feels faint. The magic signature is faint. So you get the sense that it was a long time ago when this was built.
Right. Okay. Sorry for making you guys wait a little bit. Let's go to the end.
Find anything interesting?
That is not a naturally growing tree. Somebody used magic to make that happen a very long time ago.
Specific,
I
not
was
the
in the
not
shape of a
not the
tree.
tree specifically, just the bramble. Just to
Oh,
clarify.
the bramble. I
Just
got
the
confused.
bramble.
The bramble.
The
Very
tree
well.
itself it was not glowing magically at all.
Didn't
The
you say?
bramble is.
Okay, didn't the other day you say that thing has a person in it or something?
The bramble is sort of twisted up and shaped into a silhouette of a man sitting.
Okay.
So
Alright.
there's no one actually inside it. It's just the bramble has kind of been shaped into that. And yes, when you last looked at it, you weren't sure if it just naturally grew that way. But now you know that it's been shaped purposefully into the shape of a person.
Okay, so we didn't really learn that much. Okay, let's go.
You should try cutting it down with a sword.
If you do that, Draven, I am going to let Alencia kill you.
Alright.
Good callback, Draven. Draven's been watching his VODs.
Bye, Jellycap. Bye, Jellycap.
Good night, Jellycat.
Good evening.
We waltz in like we own the place, because we pretty much do at this point.
Yeah, I bought enough strong grass to own it.
I think that we are the only paying customers they probably had in here.
Ah, welcome back. Here to stay the night, or just here for more alcohol?
Both.
We're here to stay. the-
Both.
How much for a room?
Well, like I said earlier, it's 2 gold per night.
For all of us or per person?
Well, since you're all staying here together, and since you've been such good customers, I'd be willing to cut you a deal. How's that sound?
Sure.
Sounds
Sounds
good to me.
For the lot of you, how about just 6 gold instead of 8?
Okay.
About 4 gold for all of us.
Oh, okay.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh shit. I'm not a good persuasion person.
Oh no.
Well, I do need to make a living, of course.
That is understandable, sir. You got a very fine daughter to take care
How
of.
about we all pitch one in, and the 2 people with the most gold pitch 2 in.
Fuck.
Matos, how about you just pay for all of us?
No!
I mean, you did find like 20 gold out in the forest. I mean, that's more than enough.
I'll pay for my tiefling because she's gonna help me make a flower crown. But fuck you, Draven.
So you're paying the 2 gold portions for yourself and Sybil?
Pay 3, 2 for me and 1 for Sybil.
Well, at least buy me a drink.
Deal.
Deal.
I think I'll also pitch in 1 gold, so that makes... She's doing 3, I'm doing 1. You 2 pitch in 2 gold combined.
Alright. I'll toss in 1 gold.
Which tosses 1 gold too.
Bring it down 3.
Are you guys learning that my favorite prank is surprise math for the players?
I'm not good at math.
I don't like math.
Well, alright then. The rooms are upstairs, so you can just make yourself comfortable when you want. And the drinks are down here.
Okay. I'm just going to go up now. I'll see you guys later.
So not another gold for a drink.
I will as well.
Which sends out another gold too for a drink.
You need 2 drinks in 1.
Alright.
Technically
then,
3.
Ordering more swamp swill, or was there something else you wanted instead?
I'm taking whiskey.
I
Alright.
was taking another swamp swill.
More toad oil whiskey for the lady and swamp swill for the gentleman. I'll have that for you in just a moment. Alright.
Jeez, we just spent all this money on alcohol. Perfect.
Upstairs. The 2 of you make your way up the stairs.
I'm lagging. Okay.
Here, I'm a beer back.
Did he specify which rooms were ours?
I don't have any ever guess. We can...
Yes, but one room may be his.
he has a he shares with his daughter. We were there.
You're right. I just forgot that.
It's okay. I've been forgetting everything all day. And for my
Uh,
entire life.
Draven's gonna try this door, see if it's
Locked.
unlocked. Okay.
Doesn't that one's also locked?
It is. But both of these doors are unlocked.
Alright, we're sharing 1 big room.
It's a long room, just full of a bunch of beds, each with a simple chest at the foot of the bed, and a small table next to it for you to place your things. Yeah, so as the first 2 up here, you guys get to pick your beds first.
Damn it. This ruins my story now.
We get the cool corner beds.
I'm not surprised they all picked the furthest beds apart from each other.
Sybil's just over in the corner reading a book and occasionally shooting Draven a wary glance.
Draven's just kind of resting on the bed, like testing it out, seeing if it's decent quality.
The mattress appears to be stuffed with straw. It's not incredibly comfortable, but it's better than lying in the tents.
I'm gonna sniff it. Does it smell like moldy or anything? Or
Not particularly. It sort of has the same smell that everything else does, that just sort of comes with the more humid, damp environment. But not particularly moldy or disgusting.
this bed seems alright. How about yours, Sybil?
Slept in worse more recently. I'm
Swear.
fine.
All right.
Next, Draven's gonna ask if the warranty's still good on it.
All right.
I don't
so
have anything in particular that I want to do right now.
you knew where I was going, Luna.
Yeah.
Continues reading.
Yeah, so you can do anything you wish. You can continue reading or just head off to sleep. But the other two downstairs, is there anything else that you particularly want to do other than drink into the night?
No, I don't think anything in particular.
All right. Then how much later do you think that you would stop drinking? Would
Probably-
you cut yourself off and head upstairs, or would you
Oh no, I'm getting
just
drunk.
pass out on the table?
You're giving me a tempting opportunity, a very tempting opportunity. Wish is just gonna, once he finishes that drink, which he kind of takes his time with, he's gonna throw Elias a 1 silver tip and say, "All right, well, I think I'm gonna head off to bed. Thank you for your services, sir."
You have a good rest now.
All right, good night, Martus. We'll probably be asleep by the time you're done, or if you sleep here tonight.
Cheers to that.
All right, Martos, you are drinking toad oil whiskey, so you're gonna need to make a con save for me. All right.
A little up.
Then you're good to go for a while on toad oil whiskey. If you want to continue drinking.
I keep drinking. I'm gonna get drunk.
All right. Then as the night continues, as it gets later and later, the sun goes down, and you continue to drink. Then make another con save for me with a much harder DC.
Oh.
All right.
Drunk.
Uh-oh.
You guys ever seen a half orc puke?
You feel yourself start to your vision starts to swim. You feel a little dizzy.
I'm gonna lay down on the floor real fast.
All right. You sort of get up from your stool and you begin to wobble, very unsteadily.
And lay on this floor. Just need to breathe for a moment. Floor is safe place. Tavern is still with me.
Just sort of vaguely out of the corner of your attention. You're focusing on other things, but you just sort of hear Elias hobble over and... You alright there? Well,
Does your daughter like orcs? I know this is very straightforward, sir, but I just want to know. I think it would make me feel better if I knew.
well, she is a half orc herself, so I don't think she has anything against them.
What? I just grabbed the end of his little pants or whatever he's wearing. I'm like, do you speak so like this orc?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to get to know her.
Oh, she sounds lovely. You raised, grab his pants again. You raised a fine daughter. Pat his shoe.
Well, I sure did try to do my best ever since she turned up on my doorstep.
Not her father. Oh, that makes you even better, father. My father hates me.
Adopted father, yes.
You want a daughter-in-law? I'm sorry, that was too straightforward. I need to go bed. I'm copying his accent.
Yes, that toad oil whiskey tends to hit out of towners pretty hard.
I thought I could hit. That first swing was fine. The third one got me. I gotta try it. It's been lovely talking to you. I think I'm in love with your daughter. Why would I say that? I gotta go. I'm gonna try to hobble to my room now.
You're sort of wobbling back and forth. left and right as you walk. Are you gonna be all right?
I'm gonna get there eventually, sir. This is so embarrassing for my father-in-law. I'm sorry I'm copying your accent. I don't know what's happening.
Well, careful on those stairs. Don't want you falling down there.
I'll be good. I'll be good. I got this. Okay. Just try to stable myself. Grab the railing. Okay. 1 step. Okay. I'm fine. 2 steps. I don't feel so good. Okay, back to 1 step. Can you just stand at the bottom? Just catch me. Just make sure my head don't hit nothing.
Well, I don't rightly know if I could catch you. I think you might just crush me too.
You know what? I don't want to crush my father-in-law. I gotta
But
go.
I'll do my
Okay.
best,
Oh
though.
god. Okay. I'm gonna flap right onto the top floor.
All right, on the ground.
On the ground, right at the top floor. Just I'm here.
Can Sybil perception check to hear that? Or does she just hear that?
Really quickly though, before Martos even gets up there, Wits, you get to do your thing up here. Since you went up earlier. So you can pick where you want to sleep. Directly in the center.
Bitch.
I wonder where Martos is gonna go. If she makes it to a bed.
I just realized I was muted. I'm gonna cry.
Oh
Um,
no!
But yeah, he just picks the middle bed, because he doesn't want to sit next to Draven, but he wants to see what Marcos chooses.
Alright.
He lays like on top of the covers, and whenever he walked in, he only kind of gave a nod to Draven and Sybil, and then he just kind of jumps into bed and just starts looking through his book and writing down occasionally.
Alright.
Wits, you can sleep over here by me. I don't bite.
He looks over. He looks over you. You know, I think I'm good over here.
All right.
Look, you might look if Martos comes up here and she chooses the bed closest to Seville. Look, you got all the room to the world.
That's a good point. I could even
Now-
slide this bed over and have a double.
Yeah, you could. You could even have a double chest, double nightstand, whatever you want. You know, you'll sleep like a king.
I like your line of thinking, Wits.
Wits writes down his book. Draven is an asshole.
Alright. As you kind
He
of
has to write that down in his book?
He just kind of boardingly wrote it down. Like he kind of just ran out of things to write down.
Alright, as your conversation kind of fades off, about maybe 10ish, 20ish minutes later, you just hear from out in the hall a big thud.
I'm here.
Oh no. Okay, Sybil's going out to help with this situation.
I'm here. Sybil!
How much
I made a fool of myself. My father-in-law hates me.
Wits comes to see, just to see. Doesn't really help at first.
Okay, can I roll I guess strength check?
Uh
Get
oh.
You can. She's just sort of flopped down on the ground at the top. Her legs kind of like still on the first step here, and the rest of her body lying on the top of the stairs.
Okay. Am I able to actually help get her to her feet, or is that just not happening?
With an
I'm a
11,
big girl.
no ma'am.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You kind of drag her slightly, and with her sort of attempting to slightly move, you kind of move her a little bit, so that she's fully on the landing here. But you're not able to lift her entirely yourself or help her to her feet at all.
Wits comes out in the hallway, kind of laughing. Oh, Martus, you think you had enough to drink?
Wait. My father-in-law hates me. I copied his accent. I don't know why. It just started happening. And then I was talking about how hot his daughter is and how I would rail her.
Well, he didn't kick you out, so I guess he doesn't hate you that much.
You think he still likes me? I'm gonna grab your foot.
Probably. He kind of looks kind of disgusted
Oh,
and a little
Nice.
concerned.
I don't know
I
why
think I drank.
the foot grab made me laugh so hard. I don't know why.
All right.
Draven casually plugs his ears at the sound of Martos ugly crying on the outside of the wall.
Can Witch try to help Sybil?
Yeah,
I-
just whoever has the higher strength will make it with advantage. Not there's two of you.
Oh, well, we both have -1, so.
I figured, yeah. So just pick one.
All right. Do you want me to roll?
You did get lucky last time, Wits.
I did. I'm not so lucky this time.
All right. The two of you attempt to kind of help her to her feet, but she's just kind of gone completely
Flopping.
limp, and she's flopping around, and so you're kind of like holding her half up in your arms, like both of you have an arm under her underarm, and trying to pull her slightly, but she's gone limp, and you're kind of just dragging her legs along with you.
I have a better idea. He runs back into here and he grabs the blanket and the pillow, and then he brings it out. Here, Mart. Yeah, Mart. You might need to sleep here tonight.
No, slapping hands. No, I don't wanna. I can't let him see me. Like, what if Bushberry comes to see me? What if my little bush comes to see me?
Okay, do you think...
I gotta sober up. Give me a minute. Just, I'll be there in a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. Actually, could y'all like roll me to the wall? I think the wall will help me.
Okay,
Roll me
let's...
to the wall.
Can we roll her to the wall, Jay?
Yep. Between two of you, you can roll her.
Let's do that. Rolling Mardos to the wall.
All right.
Do you need to call Jellycat to pick you up?
Jellycat probably actually could help with this.
Jellycat.
She actually could help with this.
That was just a joke. I don't
I
think we
might
should bother
take
him this late.
the No, I don't want Jellycat to see me like this. Oh, Sybil. I'm gonna take off my little mask. Can you protect my head?
True, she has been wearing the ram skull the entire time.
Oh god. You really need to put like a drawing over it because I keep
I'm
forgetting.
working on it right now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Sybil takes the skull from Mardos so she can look after it.
Protect that with your life.
With can I use message to Sybil?
Yeah?
Right. Alright, where's my and yeah.
You don't have
Oh,
to do
yeah.
that every time if you don't want to.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Cantrip, so.
It's just a
Okay.
cantrip, so doesn't really matter.
with Sybil. Maybe if you hide it, she'll forget about it in the morning.
I really don't think she's going to. I think I'm
I
gonna disinfect it.
All right.
Lord knows this thing needs disinfecting and probably disenchanting. Freaking nightmare thing that was going on back there.
I don't think Sybil likes my hat.
You know, I don't think most people do.
What do you think my little bush likes it? Do you think I should call it my little bush or my little berry?
He just exhales with disappointment. Doesn't respond. Look, let's look.
Where's
can
Draven? Where's that stupid bastard?
Oh god.
You
Draven
would-
finally unplugs
You would definitely
his
hear
ears
your
and
own.
just
Yeah, you would definitely hear your
slaps
own
the
name.
bed. Yes, have you done enough drunk rambling?
Draven, come here. Come here. Let me see you. I can't see you. My eyes are closed. Come here.
Ugh.
Come here, Draven. My arms out. Feel
Here, wait.
Come here.
Jay, what's the name of the girl or the half orc that Mardos really likes? I forgot her name.
Her name is Rakiri
Little bear.
Bushbury.
Okay,
Little bear.
Named after, of course, Elias Bushbury.
okay. How tall is she?
Rakiri?
Yeah.
Around 5'5", probably.
Okay.
Bushberry.
Can I cast silent image to make her appear just her standing there next to Marcos?
Yeah.
All right, I want to put her right there.
Shine like golden spleen, and your hair glisten like broken knees.
How did she get here?
Which this kind of
Raven!
giggles.
Raven, stay out of this. You need
Oh.
to go. I don't want to see you no more.
What? You called me here.
I don't want. Actually, come here real fast. Come here. I'm still. My eyes are so close. Come here. Come here. Let me touch you.
No, I'm going
Come
to
here.
bed. No,
Please,
please don't. Is there a lock on this
Mhm.
door?
Oh, you just can't
No.
fit.
All right, Draven, are you sure you don't want to stay for the show?
Quite sure.
All right, suit yourself.
Why doesn't Draven like me, my little berry?
Here, Martos, look who it is.
I read her a poem. Did you not hear my poem?
So
Oh,
Martos,
no.
you see Rakiri standing right here in front of you.
I'm gonna try to get to my feet, or at least my knees. I'm at least gonna get up somehow. Slam against that wall real fast and we climb up. Mrs. Berry, my little berry. Wiz, do you see her too, or am I just too drunk?
No, she's there
Oh,
in the flesh.
man. Smack my face a little bit. Come on,
Look,
get so.
she's here. She's here to see you. She asked about
Oh! Am I up yet?
You pull yourself sort of to your feet and kind of brace yourself against the wall.
I'm wiping my face up from the slobber and tears that have formed. Wiz. You get Wiz, I'm freaking out, man. I'm starting to panic. I'm all sweaty, and you're not talking to me.
Oh, I didn't hear you say. I didn't understand what you were saying. Look, she came all this way to see you. She was asking about you.
Mrs. Berry. I'll try to grab her hand.
Your hand goes right through her hand.
Just pure utter shock. I'm gonna waddle around to Wiz. Wiz, I think I'm fucked up, man.
No, what do you mean? She came here to see you. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna jazz hands in her. Like, do you not see what I am seeing?
No, I mean it looked like you just grabbed her hand. Well, you look like you missed though.
I'm so sorry, Miss Berry, but I feel like I gotta. Oh man, I'm falling everywhere. I gotta go. Something's not right here. Wiz? Do you
Yeah?
think she's the robed I saw in my Malate Against You? She's the Wiz, the robed figure I saw in my dreams. Do you think there's love for me in the future?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh!
Kind of scurries off as she says that.
No, come here. I'm leaning on you. Come back.
Here, Martos. This bed right here is just for you.
Bye, Mrs. My Little Berry. Let's
Yeah.
stumble through here.
Couldn't you have just left her outside?
I'm
She
gonna
would've came here
smack
eventually.
my hand down on his face and just caress it. And I'm gonna caress your face. I'm gonna stick my finger
Draven
in
doesn't
your mouth.
move. He's slightly intimidated, and it's just this really awkward moment, so he just kind of lays there in bed.
My sweet Draven. Always a fucking asshole.
Yes, good night, Martos.
Good night, my sweet Draven. And then I'm gonna stare directly at him as I fall to bed.
Alright.
With your feet in the pillow.
Draven rolls
Yeah,
over
no.
and faces the wall, but occasionally glances back to see if
And I'm-
Martos is still looking.
dead eye in your face.
Okay, while
Good
Wits
night,
was
guys.
tormenting poor Mardos, Sybil's kind of just checking out the school and making sure it's entirely hygienic and not cursed.
It's been cleaned decently well. Hygienic is the wrong word for it. But she did clean out most of the actual guts of it.
Most?
There's sort of the vaguest sense of just the tiniest bit of residue, but for the most part, it is just bone now.
Try ripping out brain with your hands. Yeah, well, you did.
Okay, it definitely is not cursed, right?
You don't really get any sense of it being cursed, no?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because it's the most cursed object I can probably conceive of. Okay, I'm gonna give it its own bed, and kind of just put it there so it doesn't fall or get damaged, and Sybil's just kind of gonna go to sleep.
Whenever she does that, Wits like looks up from his book. Said, "You want to put the blanket over it too?"
I think it's fine.
All right. And he goes back to looking at his book.
All right. So each of you, one by one, in your own time, drifts off to sleep. So you can perform a long rest on your character sheets. I'm just going to take a 2-second break. So go to the bathroom or grab more water or something. And
I'm
be
gonna
right
go
back.
grab more water.
I shall as well.
All right, chat. I will be right back.
Hey, so whoever's back, do you guys know what your visions meant out of character?
Say that
Or
again?
in character?
I didn't hear it.
Do you know what your fortune meant? Or did you recognize anything from it?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Did I miss any conversation or anything? Or are you guys just sitting here in silence?
Yeah, I used disguise self to pretend to be the half orc again.
I just asked if anyone knew what their fortunes or visions meant.
Sybil has no idea. I don't even think she's even been in a palace. Like fancy, like big fancy houses, maybe even no palaces.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of for Wits would be, it could be in reference to all the stealing he's done. But other than that, nothing in particular. I can imagine when he was describing that was just like, you know, the picture of the girl like T-posing on that person. I
Yeah.
just imagine that like 5 times over.
So just make sure that you long rest, get your spell slots back. And for reference, from this point on, you can consider yourselves level 2. I know it was kind of a weird stopping point last time, but
Poggers.
I let you guys go ahead and do it early just because I didn't want to disrupt the session by doing it right now. So there's a little bit of a blur there in between level 1 and 2, but consider yourselves 2 now.
I get magic.
Sybil can wild shape now.
I have more ways to fuck with people now.
Nice.
I
I think the only time you've done that so far is to screw with Mardos while she was drunk and manipulate her. Which
I hope you know almost all my spells and cantrips are purely decided on to see how much I can fuck with people. I just haven't gotten a lot of opportunities though.
God.
I considered using disguise self, but I feel like that could have went badly.
Mm-hmm.
licked your toes or something.
Okay, yeah. Thank God I didn't use disguise self. Yeah, Witchwood just kicked her and then ran away.
Oh God.
Alright, if everybody's here.
Yeah.
Ah. I'm fine. Okay, we can go.
Just dying a little bit. It's okay.
Yeah, I started laughing with water in my mouth.
Yeah, what
Alright.
wasn't seen is that she actually, or what was it? To actually drink instead of getting character from artists being drunk.
Then you spend the night in the inn, resting up from your travels and long day of detective work in Bogrest. And it is a relatively restful sleep. It's much nicer in this inn than in a tent on the ground, and the walls keep the mosquitoes out. So, one thing of note, Sybil, you have a dream. You dream of the palace again. But this time, no figure. Instead, it's just a dream of you wandering through the halls. And each time you feel like you recognize an area or think you've seen a hallway before, you turn the corner and are in some place you don't recognize at all. You climb stairs and end up in basements. You head down to the dungeons and find yourself in a tower. None of the geography seems to make any sense at all. But one thing is consistent throughout the entire palace. There are vines and moss that seem to grow along the walls and on the furniture, almost as if they were intended to be there. It doesn't look like the palace is neglected. The flora looks just as at home in the palace as the finely carved tables and silk tablecloths. But during the night, you are unable to really find anything in the palace. You simply wander it until you wake up. And each of you wakes up in the morning as the sun rises. And Martos, you've got a wicked headache.
Oh no.
A little fucked up. It happens.
Hey, Mardos, do you think you're going to be able to fight a Kentucket with a hangover?
Or anything for that matter.
Ugh. I am Martos, the great exiled. I can fight fucking anything.
All right, cool. She's
Just
fine. Let's
get
go.
out 5 minutes.
I think your father-in-law broke my brain.
What?
I went back to
Father-in-law?
that palace again. It's still happening.
I'm gonna sit up now. What the fuck? What? What you mean? What happened? What
The
happened?
vision I
when was
had?
gone?
Remember the vision I had?
Yeah.
It happened again.
Why the hell you
Tonight.
get double vision? I didn't get a double vision. You guys get double vision?
No.
No, I dreamed about gold.
You better back off of
Yeah,
my
that
little
seems about right.
blueberry.
I had a nightmare of Martos touching my face.
I don't think that was a nightmare.
Yeah, that
I think
wasn't
that
a
happened.
nightmare. That wasn't a nightmare.
It touched his face?
Yes, you did before I went to sleep, and then I had a nightmare about it afterwards.
Oh,
Did you like
sorry
it?
about your traumatic
I bet you
experience,
did, you little
Raven.
fucking weirdo.
Martos, could you look the other way when you're speaking? Your morning breath is atrocious.
But you're not even near me. You
Yes,
know, I will
that's
not
what I'm
bring,
saying.
I will not bring myself to your level, you sad little man.
10 feet away and I can still smell it.
Let me
Okay,
just kind of slither out here and go. Let me lick his cheek. I'm gonna lick his cheek. Come here, let me lick your cheek.
over
My
here.
save is the same.
Oh,
Draven barely manages to hold back puking.
yay. You like that, you little weirdo.
Let's talk about Sybil's dream.
I was in the palace again. I don't know what it means, but I also don't like it. So,
Did you see your weird little man?
no weird little man, just hallways and weird vision. I don't know.
Was it like
Anyway,
fancy hallways, or was it like a broken down type palace hallways?
it was a very ornate palace, but full of flora and ivy and moss and everything. It was just very verdant, I suppose.
Huh.
Well, maybe we should just take notes and see what keeps happening.
Yeah,
Ooh, maybe there's like a god that's wants you.
like that. Anyway, Mardos, here's your skull. Let's get going.
My baby. Put that shit back on.
Hopefully it doesn't give you an infection.
No, it
I've
probably
lived
already has.
this long. Listen, I've lived this long. I'm chilling.
Bold of you to assume she's not already infected
Oh
with
god,
something.
my knees feel weird. I got some wobbly knees today.
I wonder why.
Ugh.
All right, you make your way down the stairs to the tavern floor, where Elias is just sort of resting behind the counter. But he sees you as you approach and says, "Morning to you. How'd you sleep?"
And I got
Pretty
hit
well.
by a wagon.
Well,
Elias?
To-
Do you
to-
know...
go ahead.
Sorry?
I was just gonna make a
Uh,
comment about what Marta said, but go ahead.
You can do that.
Well, the toad oil will hit you like that. Gotta be careful with that stuff.
Indeed, I do. Ugh.
Elias, have you ever, had somebody keep having visions after you give them to someone?
No, I can't say I have.
Okay. Anyway, breakfast. Let's not think about that.
Yes, don't worry, Sybil. You're probably just crazy.
How much does breakfast cost again? Mr. Blueberry?
It's a bushberry, but
Hell yeah, blueberry taking part.
it's relatively close, so I'll forgive you for it. Breakfast for the lot of you for just 2 gold.
Okay.
Sounds lovely. I need something to soak up my stomach.
All right. Then
How
you
much
sort
is
of.
half a gold? One sec. What are gold conversions? How much is half of one? Like, is
Three-
a silver half a
Five,
gold?
I think it's 5 silver to 1 gold. Or no, sorry, 10 silver.
There is a converter if you want to find it. It'll do it for you, and then you never have to worry.
Okay. How about we each do 5 silver?
All right.
All right.
Oh, whoops.
Um,
That's fine.
Does that include another drink or not?
In the morning,
Which stares at him.
Ideal. We
Yeah,
already
what's
have
wrong?
one party member hungover.
Yeah,
Can you wait?
I need water or something.
Okay. Can we do victory drinks after we escape the basin alive?
I
This is a-
We will be able to do if you're sober.
Well, I'll still be relatively sober after. I mean, I haven't had any issues since then.
here's some water for you, miss.
thank you so much.
Which kind of looks at Bill and then kind of thinks nothing and says, "All right, fine. I'll wait."
Yes, well, it's good to earn money first so you can splurge on drinking later.
Well, there's always room for drinks, you know. It's always worth it.
All right. After a short amount of time, Elias gets together some leftovers from the previous day and serves you up breakfast. So you fill your stomachs, and Martos, you chug down quite a bit of water. He keeps refilling your glass for you, and you start to feel a little bit better, Martos, with some food in your stomach and
God.
some water in your system. The headache fades a bit. It's not completely gone, but you're a little better. No, Luno.
Damn it.
I don't want to waste time doing that for a quick breakfast.
Food
Fair.
roll? What does that even mean?
We have a D1. We have several D100 tables of food for whenever I need to just make up a meal on the spot, and I let the players roll it, and it's always like weird, like monster part foods. So that's why they like it. You guys will get one eventually, but I don't usually do them for breakfast because it's usually like you guys are ready to go out on some adventure, and it's like, okay, hang on, let me stop you from doing that. We're gonna take 10 minutes. But yeah, you finish up your breakfast feeling a little more like yourself, Martos, and the rest of you feeling a little more confident about your day.
Okay. Let's get going.
Did we decide where
Wait,
we're
yeah.
headed first?
I'm
Right?
thinking we take down Kentucky because it's up north, then we head back down south. Oh wait, where are do we ever find out where what was it called?
Silent
Silent
Songs?
songs are?
I do not believe they told us where they are.
I believe Hanatuaria was mentioned. Hanatuaria.
Okay, thank you.
Where the hell is that at though?
It is a lunar elf city to the northeast of here.
I'm sorry, you said.
Okay, Draven, you'll be able to make more lunar elves.
Yes, I can't wait.
Definitely a lunar.
Well, that is quite far, and there's still a good amount of things left to do here. So maybe
Mhm.
we should wait on that for a little while. I vote we go down south and see if we can take care of those bandits. We might be able to get some coin out of it to help our stock.
We don't know it's bandits.
True.
You could just get your leg bitten off by an alligator and we come back and we're even more cranky and with still no gold. So I think we should do the specific job Alesia
Alencia.
asked us to do. At least there might be some reward for certain out of that.
Well, the reward is the information.
Take down Kentucky.
Yeah, fair.
Go drop that off.
And we have been spending
Go to
quite a
the
bit
south,
over the
go back
past
to the north.
few days, so
We have. I only have 4 gold.
Yeah.
I only have 4 gold.
Go to the south.
I only have 4 gold. 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 4 gold.
And
No
Malt
way. I'll be your sugar mama.
and Maltos has a small loan's worth.
Wow, this-
So it is between the task of finding the purple plants and King Taka, and then our other mission to help the merchants.
And Jellycap's mission. But that's not as urgent, I guess.
Angelic. Oh, you meant the old shrine. That can wait. I was just curious about the.
Well, I think it's between King Taka or the whatever in the south.
Should we flip a coin?
Draven, what do you think?
I'm just following along. It's whatever.
Well, here let's flip a coin on this so it doesn't fall through the cracks. We kind of need everything we got.
Good RP, good RP.
Yeah, that was a good RP. Alright, heads. We'll call heads 1 and tails 2. Heads for King Taka and the purple plants. Tails for the merchant thing to the south.
All right. And he pulls out a silver and he flips stuff in the air. Lets it fall to the wood platform.
You rolling it with?
What do I roll?
This is D2.
Yeah, you can do it in the Roll20 chat.
Two, literally just a coin.
Yeah.
They make
I
them?
don't remember. How do you do the roll commands in Roll20?
Yeah, they make coins.
Are-
Oh, okay.
Without the period.
Which
Yeah,
one?
the /R is the roll command. So anytime you want to roll just a random number, if you don't want to do it
Oh, okay.
on your character sheet, you can do it there.
What was 2 again?
Yeah, did
Yeah,
you
I
guys
forgot
decide?
to. No, Javen said it. Javen said it. I just forgot.
Yes, the southward route was tails.
All right, it's decided then.
Let's go south. I guess.
Go south, come back north, go north, come back south, then finally go north again.
Oh, good morning, Jellycap.
Oh,
I love
We
you,
could-
Jellycap. Don't drink,
Cap.
baby.
Good morning to you as well.
All right, well, have a good day.
we could flip again and take best.
I'm not
2
running
out
away
of
this
3.
time.
And you as well.
Okay, now I go.
Alright. You make your way along the boardwalks back to the square. And begin to head to the south of town, if you wish.
There goes that white blip thing again.
It's definitely an interesting error, not something that I've seen, so kind of curious.
Same.
A white triangle bouncing all over the screen and popping in and out.
You have a demon in your computer.
Yeah, look, I have vision problems, not that kind of vision problem.
Yeah, that's called hallucinations. Which if you have that, you might need to
Yeah.
call a psychiatrist.
Draven will just kind of slightly nod at Guldaria on his way.
Good morning to you.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, good morning, sir.
Heading out of town,
Yes, sir.
Mind-
It's
the crocodiles.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about those. Well, we'll be careful. Thank you.
Alright, you make your way down the boardwalk, back onto kind of the soft, muddy ground, and past the twin lanterns that mark the start of Bog Rest. And, if you would like, begin to head south.
Head south.
We doing this, or are we taking 2 out of 3 on the coin flip?
I'm good with heading south.
Yeah, I think we should just stick with the first flip.
the fates decided. And this is
Are
what we
you
do.
followers of Fortuna?
I'm followers of whatever gets me dinner and a good drink.
Alright.
Don't really.
Alright.
Anyway. let's get going.
Then let's get rid of the comfy atmosphere.
Of course.
Man, I was super suspicious of the town at first, but like, it really does feel comfy. This kind of.
It was so comfy. It instantly
Alright.
got comfier when we went
Found the
Jellycat
love
though.
of my life.
Yeah, Jellycat
And
made
Jellycat.
Jellycat is nice and comforting.
You make your way along this sort of muddy, grassy path with trees springing up on either side of you. You can see sort of areas where the swamp kind of lowers off into the water, as well as sort of the raised areas in which you're walking. And you travel for about maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. Along sort of a wider tract of land that's raised up out of the water before you come to what you see before you. The
Nice
ground
view.
the ground that you're on narrows slightly into a muddy path, and you can see a bit of boardwalk out in front of you. Maybe a little damaged, as it's doesn't look quite as well taken care of as the rest.
Looks like we're gonna get ambushed. Okay, can I quickly make a check to see if there's any wagon remains or other remains in the water around that bridge?
Might have to get a little closer to the bridge to tell. From what you can see from where you are, you don't see any, but if you want to do an investigation check, you can get a little closer.
Okay.
I love that little crocodile sound in this
Wait.
ambiance.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what did you say?
Of course.
Okay. Oh, it's safe. It's super safe. We're not even gonna fall in. Let's go, guys.
Right.
Adventure is out there.
Yeah, so you don't see any remains of anything.
Martos, you can cross the bridge first.
What about this out here? Did we notice that? Or would that be too hard to tell?
The what?
This chest looking thing.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Good perception, Wits. You do notice it. And only because you noticed it on the map.
What? I noticed it too.
There's a chest out there. Do we want to try to get it?
You don't particularly see a chest, but you see some
Oh.
sort of shape deep in the water.
Hey, Draven, I dare you to poke it. I
You
don't
want me to poke something in the water that I
Oh,
can't tell what it is.
Poke it.
Yeah, Draven, think
No.
about this. Think about this. What if it has gold? What if there's something I do with gold?
Wits, I enjoy gold as much as the next person, but we have been told of crocodiles.
Okay, but hear me out. Gold.
Yes, hear me out. You go get it and bring it back and we'll split the gold.
Take a little look, see if I see any
Goes
crocodiles.
Nah, I'm
for
good.
it, and split the gold.
That's what I
Uh,
thought.
Wits, I don't suppose you have any spells that could mess with water enough to get that thing closer to us, right? Or get us closer to that thing?
Well, nothing I don't think that will keep it stable long enough.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe we
Mardos,
should-
are you
should
going for
order.
it?
I'm going for it. Can I look I'm gonna look real fast, see if I see any crocodiles though. Any immediate danger to me.
Make a perception check for
Oh.
me.
Nice.
Made it 20.
Nice.
You do not immediately see any crocodiles, but you do see some logs floating. One about
Just
here
logs.
and one over
That
here.
better be a damn log. That better be a damn log. Alright, everyone just be prepared. I'm going for it.
Yep, got one hand
What's-
on my spell focus.
All right.
How deep does the water look on Martos?
She wades sort of just above her belly button into the water.
Okay.
And you wade into this sort of murky water and approach the shape. You're gonna have to kind of reach down into the water to grab it. But now that you're right close to it, you can see that it is a chest.
We getting some booty tonight, guys. It's a chest. I'm gonna try to haul it back over here.
All right. It's quite heavy and it takes both of your hands.
Ugh. Don't worry, guys. I got it. No need to help. Ugh.
You said we're getting booty, but it's a chest. Which one is it?
You have no culture where you come from, huh?
We have plenty of culture. You just would not understand.
You know what? You don't get to take from my chest now.
Slowly but surely, and with lots of splashing, Martos drags the chest all the way back to the shore. And she sort of yanks it up the slight incline up onto the raised, muddy area. And you all can see a very grimy looking chest.
I think everything's actually good in here. Just poking it.
Well, let's find out.
A lot of merchants have vanished in the area, so I don't think it's too out of the ordinary for that to be full of gold or goods or something.
Water, can I just like shove my hands in there and like rip it open?
Can I check to see if it's trapped?
It's too late. I'm already ripping it open.
Oh my god.
All right. The chest itself does not seem to want to open. So you can perform either an attack roll if you want to smash it open, or a strength roll if you want to just try to force it.
Let's see if I got any strength. Do I do saving throw or just click the strength check?
It would just be a check, not a saving throw. Saving throw is when something happens to you. A check would be when you're trying to do something to something else.
Good roll.
All right,
Damn.
you all see Martos just kind of flex her biceps, and she kind of places her fingers right in the gap of where the chest opens, and just with a kind of a metallic screeching, wrenches this rusty chest open.
Ugh. That was easy. Alright, what's in this? Let me start shifting around.
Your first instinct is one of disappointment as you think it's empty, but then you realize that there's actually just one item inside the chest. And it is a small stone disc about the size of your palm.
Mm,
Does anyone want to
that's
start?
scary. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. If that's the case, which is gonna move over here?
Is it just like a plain stone? Let me just look at it really close.
Okay, can Sybil roll an Arcana check on it?
You can. Again, it is just
Oh,
a.
that's awful.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh, no.
From what you see, sitting in this chest, I'm assuming nobody's touched it yet, but sitting in this chest is
I'm
just a.
touching it.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in a sec. Before you
Okay, I
pick
was
it
like,
up,
"God."
it is just a flat stone disc, a little bit grimy from being underwater, but that is all you see. But Martos, you reach into the chest and you grab it. And it's cool to the touch, very clearly made of a hard stone. And you pick it up. And as you pick it up, you realize that this side of it is flat, smooth, and unmarked, but the other side is not.
Guys, I'm feeling something, and I'm kind of scared to look at it.
The other
Maybe it's
side,
a-
the other side of it bears a symbol in the shape of a spiral.
Is that a good sign? Does anyone know if this is a good sign?
I don't think any of this is a good sign. I think this is all bad.
Could I
mean-
roll a history check to see if I can figure out what the spiral is? Or is
You
it
can.
just too
You can.
basic? Okay.
You have not seen this symbol before. It is definitely a spiral, but it doesn't connect any lines in your brain.
Yeah.
It is definitely a spiral.
It seemed pretty generic. I didn't realize until after that.
It doesn't mean anything to you in regards to anything you've ever seen before.
Well,
Should I keep this?
If it hasn't killed Mardos yet, sure.
If I lick it.
You don't feel any different, Martos. You just are holding a piece of stone.
Well, in
Kinda
my
smell.
experience, some people attach to things that seem like you don't have much value. So maybe we should keep it in case someone actually knows what it is, and maybe they pay for good coin for it.
Yes, congratulations on your
But-
booty,
But
Martos.
what if it's my stone? What if I want this?
Well, then congratulations. You can have a stone, I guess.
Yeah,
I got the stone.
I don't think any of us is competing for possession of the stone. It's all yours.
That's good. This is my stone. I'm gonna throw it at somebody.
Okay,
Hey, Draven.
looking for whatever is
Don't.
murdering merchants. The
That's a nice little anxiety trip for a stone.
All right, one sec.
honestly, any situation Sybil's in becomes an anxiety trip.
I mean, we come in, we hear ominous music. We have to roll perception for crocodiles to get a chest.
I got a cool stone though.
You did get a
Got
cool stone.
Spiral on it.
Oh no.
Okay. You progress along that path. Further along sort of a raised, muddy area. For about another 15-20 minutes. By now you've long left Bogrest behind you. You can no longer see the lanterns or any of the buildings. Just one second.
I miss Jellycat.
I want to hear
Carry Jellycat with us in our hearts.
Not mine.
We should roll
I
a
will
performance check to
drown.
draw a picture of Jellycat so we can keep him with us.
All right. You continue along again for another 15-20 minutes, and then you arrive at what you see now.
Oh, lovely.
You can see sort of a ring of raised ground with some old-looking, gnarled and twisted trees.
Where did the boardwalk go? Did it sink?
And out beyond the trees, you can see what appears to be an old wooden cart.
Well, Matos, looks like we got more booty.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that was
before you
solid.
disturb the crime scene, what destroyed this thing? Where did anyone go? Are there footprints?
That'll be investigation. Oh, yeah, you
Roll.
did it. Perfect.
16.
The cart itself appears to be kind of torn up. One of the wheels is kind of not affixed properly at an angle. Doesn't look like it can move anymore. It's not severely damaged. It's really only this back part here has been kind of ripped up to allow access to the stuff that's in the cart. Within the cart, you can see an old crate and a smashed up chest.
That looks like bandits. I don't think crocodiles can do that.
Or maybe it's King
Hmm.
Kentucky.
Well, he wouldn't be on the side of the swamp.
But
It-
what if?
Well,
I'm just trying to add some atmosphere here, guys. I got
well, maybe there's some food in it that attracted the crocodiles. We'll have to see what's in it.
While they're checking that out, Draven's just going to be keeping an eye out around us for any creatures that may approach.
Wits, you have to kind of lean over the side of the wheel to get into this cart. As it is kind of, as you stand, it's about at your head height. So it's kind of raised up off the ground. So as you sort of climb up into it, Draven, that was a 20?
Nat 20, nice.
Nice.
As the others are sort of examining this old cart, Draven hears a noise. And at first, it just sounds like the noises of the bog. You're not quite sure what it is. It's a trickling of water, a small splashing maybe, or the rustling of grass. And then you feel a sort of a drop in your stomach, Draven, as you recognize a shape under the water. And the moment you see the shape and sort of affix your eyes on it, you see it start to move. And the two of you gaze back at each other as it bursts up from the water.
Shit.
Oh, that's not a crocodile. That
What
is
the
not.
fuck is that?
What
Uh,
is that?
Everyone, there's something extremely ugly over here.
As Draven,
Hey,
as
that's you.
as Draven calls out, the rest of you also begin to hear noises. More splashing.
No.
We
No.
got surrounded. Just tighten up, tighten the circle, tighten the circle.
It's gonna be very unfortunate if they have an area attack.
As more of the creatures spring up from their hiding place in the water, their cover blown, and their ambush thwarted by Draven. But they still look hostile, and they're still ready to attack.
Hey, Jay, can we see what the fuck that is?
Oh
Jay, can you make it bigger?
god.
Oh no.
They are
Oh.
gnarled and twisted little men made of roots and vegetable.
Okay.
God, where's Jellycap when you need him?
No.
And that-
How do I talk to these things?
Will be our initiative roll. Unfortunately, we're out of time to do the combat today, but let's do the initiative roll right now.
We'll get ready
Hey.
for next time.
I wish I didn't say anything about the crate. We'd have gotten here in time.
Oh, I got 4.
Love to see it.
Ha, I also got a 4, but I have +2.
All right. Perfect. Wit's got a 6, Sybil 4, and oh yeah, Draven good roll, but everybody else a little rough.
Awful.
Hey, guys, I wasted everything on the perception and strength.
Yeah, we can just say that they're still a little tipsy.
It's okay, I was prepared. I'll save you all again.
Yeah, Draven was ready for it. This actually works perfectly because Draven was ready for it, and the rest of you had to sort of wait for his warning before you snapped into action. So it makes sense that he would be reacting the fastest out of any of you.
Perfect.
Cool.
The rest of you were busy with the cart. All right, so we will get to that next session as we're right at our 3-hour limit. So I don't want to start the combat right now.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
I wish
perfect
I
time
didn't
to
say anything
call
about the crate.
Combat usually takes about 40 minutes, so we'd be going way over. If it was like 2.5 hours, I might push it, but we're right at 3, so we might as well. All right, back to our Theater of the Mind screen. That was a good session. There was lots of really good RP in there that I really
it.
enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I enjoyed being drunk.
that was pretty awesome.
Yep. I enjoyed fucking with you while you were drunk.
I didn't know what to do when I saw her. I said a nice little poem, and then it was done. And I was like, well, we gotta go. We
Yeah,
gotta go. We're done
I
now.
quickly realized why you wanted to make Mardos get drunk whenever she did get drunk.
Oh, yeah. I was like, we're gonna have some fun with this one.
I like how Sybil was already calling Elias Mardos' father-in-law too. Just kind of
Yeah.
makes that the thing now.
I can't remember his name, so it's
Uh,
like Innkeeper Marcus's father-in-law.
if you guys ever need to know names, or like not during a session specifically, but out of session, I keep notes usually on stuff. So I got like names and details and stuff I can send you.
Okay. At this point, the not knowing names thing is like almost like a role play bit. So
Yeah.
See, that's the
Yeah.
big brain technique. If you can't remember names, you just make your character also bad with names. And then you
Just
never
like me.
have to remember
Nick-
names.
nicknames here.
very
At least we're asking NPCs for their names.
Yeah.
After watching Seas of Sand, I've gotten in the habit of asking.
Miles ahead of everybody else, so don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. So my little ending blurb for anyone who is not aware: the Seas of Sand this Friday will not be happening, just due to busy schedules. But we're still gonna do a stream, probably just the same time at 7 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Just a more casual, chill stream. We won't have an actual session there due to the busy schedules. So there will still be a stream if you want to show up. But there won't actually be any D&D played.
I should be around.
Yeah,
Okay.
that invitation is extended to everybody. If you want to just watch in the chat, that's fine. But anybody in the Discord can stop by, and we'll probably be on voice. So, in general, so that's extended to everybody. Other than that, for schedule changes and stuff, you can see the Twitter, which is in my about section on the Twitch here. I just tweet out basically anytime stream times need to change or any updates on certain things. You check that out. If you miss a episode of a campaign that you enjoy and have missed the 15 period in which the VOD is on Twitch, then you can check out the YouTube. It's also just Grand Lorien if you want to search it up, but there's a link in the About section on Twitch. And that is an archive channel for the full VODs of every session since I started streaming, minus the one time that there was a tech error and we missed a session. Yeah, so you can go back in and catch up on stuff you missed there if you can't find it on Twitch. Also in my About section is the World Anvil, which is basically just like, imagine a wiki for the homebrew world that all of my campaigns take place in. It is a living world, so all the campaigns take place in a persistent world all together, so actions and consequences can affect each other, and they can even potentially run into each other. Yeah, those are all my links. The next actual session of this, unless anything changes, I think everybody's good, will happen again next week, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to see what happens with this little scenario here they've gotten themselves into, then tune in then next week, 7 p.m. Eastern. Same time, same place.
Same Florida.
in Florida.
Stay in Florida.
I love the fact that like it's carrots I hear, but so far it's all just like Everglades,
It's just Florida.
crocodiles.
And then maybe Kentucky if we get there.
Oh,
Maybe.
love some Kentucky.
Oh, show the new art.
Mm,
I
thank you
love
for
that.
reminding me.
New
The-
art. New
I
art.
love the depressed alcoholic.
Yeah, thank you for
Really
reminding
got me in the character today.
Oh my god, but I love Marnos's comment about we're like all figments of Witz's imagination.
We're just demons. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really think about it, not just because he's a human, but he's like the only normal person. Like everyone has this terrifying aura to them. And
What
then
do you
Witch
mean?
just wants to
Draven's
drink.
perfectly normal.
Oh yeah, he looks
Remember
pretty
that
normal right there.
needs to work
Yeah,
out.
so this is some art done by our very own Sybil. Of as she described it, an alcoholic and the weirdos that he picked up at Spirit Halloween.
Love it.
Yep. This is actually just Witch like talking to himself throughout random places,
Oh god.
and then everyone else is like, "What the hell is that guy doing?"
We're your conjured illusion imaginary friends.
Ah, yes.
Oh my god, I forgot he's an illusionist.
I'm just constantly casting, minor illusion
He's a
over and
very
over
sad
again.
man.
Oh god, that's actually really depressing. Like if we
sad.
all died and he was the only one left alive, and then he actually did just conjure up images of us to keep him company.
Nah, it'd just be Martis and Sybil. I don't know if he'd keep doing Draven.
Draven
Feels
would be gone.
bad, man.
Another little Sybil sketch that I like.
That one
I
I
love
was like,
The angry plant.
Yeah, I like the plant.
yeah, the plant was fun.
Actually, he may not be angry. The plant might just be vibing.
He's just coughing. He's choking on a fly or something.
It's coughing.
He's choking on a person he killed.
Sybil doesn't even care. She's like, look at my plant.
And there is some new Setsulu art, some Caesar Sand art, but I'll show that on Friday. You gotta find something to do, right?
You already
Oh,
looked at
yeah.
all of it.
Yeah, I saw it's really good.
It's super good.
Oh yeah, it's
So-
really good.
So tune in on Friday if you want to find out what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
$1 this week. Cool.
Make him bank.
Wow, how convenient.
universe
Balcony that you
calls.
showed up. Yeah. So, I was just talking about Caesar Sand because there won't be any play, but there will be still a stream. And I just said that I was going to show the art during that stream.
Catch it. I'm gonna be in the car, but yeah.
I'm gonna be at a softball game, so
Sees the sand. Why aren't we leveling up fast? Also sees the sand. Sorry, we gotta cancel.
we gotta cancel our only combat encounter we've gotten into so far.
Did they?
Poor
When
thing.
did they do that?
Because weren't they? Didn't they end off like about to go into combat?
Yeah, they ended up actually really similar to the situation that you just walked into.
Oh, really?
Only they were in basically the garbage pit in the sewers, surrounded
Oh.
by some spider monsters.
Oh,
My faintest memory was I remember Rimjob was trying to communicate. I think with them. Was he trying to, or did he? I think they might have mentioned
They
it.
might be friendly.
They might be friendly. Maybe these guys are friendly. Yeah, whatever they are.
If any of us could talk to them, that would be great.
I mean, didn't you say they were like some kind of made of tree root or something like that?
They are
Yeah,
good people.
I mean, like honestly, just looking at them, either Sylvan or Druidic would probably, if they do converse, but they don't look friendly.
You could certainly try.
Probably talk to him if that's the case. That'd be interesting.
All right, I'll run back and get Jellycap to help us.
They're
Maybe
so-
Jellycap can talk to him.
They're cousins.
Maybe they are like connected to the wild father too, and it's like just everything in the swamp is or something.
Yeah, we should probably kill him just in case.
No.
Oh, I thought you meant the wild father.
Yeah,
Oh,
him
good,
too.
yeah, good luck with that, Jim.
So let me level up a bit, man.
Yeah, like in 2-3 levels, I'll be good.
Here, I'll do it. Let me just wait until I get Fireball.
as my memory just fades back to yesterday, and Hearth and Home meeting MS and taking what 22 fire damage just from looking at him.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm already pissed off Athar in another campaign. I'm good on pissing him off again.
With all that being said, I am gone.
All right,
Have a
take
good
care.
night.
Bye,
Yeah.
guys. Good game. Let's not die next time, and let's make
Let's
new
not.
group friends. Maybe we can love
Sounds
them like
good.
Jellycap.
Yeah, all right, go team. Who's got the orange
We
slices?
will not love them like Jellycap. They will die.
Yo, you got orange slices?
Well,
Yeah, Gatorade too.
come on.
That was the Gator. What flavor?
March has his girlfriend.
I
the
will
blue
have
one.
a wife at
Yes,
one point.
the blue one.
Wait, so if we win this fight, we gotta dump a cooler of Gatorade on Jay?
Yeah.
Does Sybil worship Athar? Or
Um,
is it? I mean, you don't have to tell me if it's secret.
Yeah, you can get it into it in game if you want.
Sybil does not worship anyone. She's a druid. She kind of just, I
Flying
guess
solo.
technically priests, but she doesn't like worship or have a partnership with any individual deity.
Gotcha.
Flying solo. All right. Well, we don't need to go on any longer. Everybody, thanks for turning up and watching the stream. Always nice to see everybody here. And I will see everybody on Friday for a more relaxed hangout with at least some of the Caesar Sands group, maybe some other people as well. If you are unfamiliar with our channel and are reading or watching this part, we have a command for the Discord in our chat. It's just !Discord. You can click that link and join our Discord if you wish. It's just where we talk about stuff. There's fan art and discussions and shit posts and memes. So if you want to join, feel free. Other than that, take care. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.
Well, good night, everyone.
Bye bye.
See ya.